Hey guys, I'm Jen and this is Wanderblessed, and I just want to take a minute today to talk to you guys about one thing, well, two things exciting that happened to me last month during the Christmas holidays. One was that I won a giveaway hosted by Caribou Gear. Caribou Gear makes game bags and different hunting gear and accessories that can make your trip more successful. This is in no way sponsored or promoted by them. I mean nothing. I'm a nobody. I have like not even 200 subscribers. So if you are one of them, I treasure you. And if this is 2 years from now that someone's watching this and now I have 1 million subscribers, awesome. Things must have gone well. But I won this contest. It was day 2 of the 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. I got the package here. Awesome shipping times, Caribou Gear, by the way. I was shocked. I won the contest and like not even 3 days later, I already had this in my post office box. That was pretty cool. But I waited to open it because I wanted to open it with you guys. And Kiki is here to help with the unboxing. But the second thing that happened, and it happened just within a couple of days before I won the game bags, I got my hunter's safety education finished with the state of Alaska. As you guys know, I've been on a lot of hunting adventures, right? I go with Brandon on all of his hunts and I've been a great companion. I'm like the hunting cook, camp organizer, keep things rolling, and I love that, but I've definitely over the last couple years been thinking about becoming a hunter myself. So to that effort, I knew I needed to comply with Alaska's fish and game regulations, which require hunters who were born after January 1st, 1986 to complete a hunter's education course if you want to hunt in most of the accessible units. So pretty much any of the units that are along a road system that's easy to access, you do have to complete hunter's education. I just kept putting it off like for years since we moved here in 2017, and I finally bit the bullet, finished the online portion, passed the test with more than 80%. I think I got a 90, and paid the $20 to do the online test, and then did my field day portion with an instructor. One thing I wanted to say about that class, if you live in Alaska, if you haven't taken the class yet, just do it. There were so many people in that class that we were all talking about how we just kept procrastinating. We had known we needed to do this and we just kept putting it off because it seemed like a hassle, but it was actually pretty fun. The instructors had great personalities. Everything was very hands-on. We got to handle different types of firearms and practice different ways to carry them, practical things that we got to practice, and of course take the shooter's proficiency test, which I just want to take a moment to say I was pretty proud of myself on this. On here, I don't know if you guys can see that, but so at the end of that day, I was able to walk away with some swag and a certificate even. So I completed that, got this awesome blaze orange hat. Blaze isn't a requirement in Alaska, but it's definitely a good idea, especially if you're hunting in some places with a lot of pressure, such as Elliott Highway, Steese Highway, Eureka, Denali Highway, places with tons of hunters. You want to be visible. So I'm definitely taking this into the field in the coming year, depending where we're at. And then one thing, I hadn't seen one of these before. This is pretty cool though. And it's a survival bandana. So it actually has like first aid, signaling, hypothermia, how to detect hypothermia, how to combat it, like different survival tips on this bandana. So you could totally be like wearing this in the field, and then you've got it's like having a small booklet with you that you have wrapped around your neck. Thought that was kind of cool. So at the end of the course, they give out all this free swag. The class is completely free. The only thing you have to pay for is the online test, the $20 to take the online test. And then you get one of these cards that you get to carry with you in the field. And that's what shows you've complied, that you have the proper certification to be able to hunt in those units. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this package. So again, I know that there's game bags in here, but I don't remember which one and what other stuff came with. So this is a bullet wallet, and if you can see that here, so this is exactly what it sounds like, a wallet to hold your bullets in. This one is the Alaska Hunter Edition. As far as packing and everything, super practical. And then you can see that this has 3 different rows for different ammos in there. It says here that this top row is your bear stoppers. So that's for handgun loads, 44, 45, 357 Magnum, 454 Casull, things like that. You guys, if you've watched our other videos, you've seen that Brandon, we both carry chest rigs, and Brandon carries a 454 Casull and I carry a 10mm Glock. middle slot, it says, is for birdshot rounds, and then these loops at the bottom would be for your rifle loads, and it says it'll hold rifle calibers 270 up to 30-06 or even 300 magnums. So really cool. And then it has a little belt loop on the back, so you could have this on your belt in the field. So got that. This is one little extra game bag that they threw in. This, and one thing I love about the Caribou game bags, these are the same game bags that we've used on all of our other hunts. I love that they're labeled, so that makes it really easy. So that's my camp meat bag. So when you want to put a couple of backstrap or some of the inner tenderloin or something for the campfire when you come back from your successful hunt before you get picked up or before you hike out, that's super handy. Got a thank you card. Thank you, Caribou Gear. And then the main event, which I was so excited about, since I'm finally going to be going on my own hunt. Now I've got my own set of game bags. So this is the Wapiti. And the Wapiti, they're the ultralight game bags. They are a synthetic material. So these are not disposable game bags. You are going to reuse these. We have loved how these have performed in the past. The other ones, we've got the Moose Magnum Pack and the Caribou size pack, I forget what it's called, and the Carnivore. The Wapiti is intended for meat on bone for elk-sized game. So for me here in Alaska, even though technically we do have elk, they are not in South Central, they're not native to the area, but elk-sized game is going to be more than sufficient for me to use this on a caribou, which is my plan in the next year. So I'll just show you guys real quick. And 5 bags, 4 of those are quarter bags, 23 by 40 inch, and 1 meat parts bag, so 16 by 30 inch, that's for miscellaneous. Depending where you're at and how you're doing this, we take everything off the animal. So we're not just taking quarters and back straps, we're gonna be taking neck meat, rib meat, the works. So depending on the size of the animal, I guess we'd be figuring out if this is sufficient or if we need to pair this with one of the other game bag sets that we have already, especially if you're going to keep the ribs on the bone. That can definitely take up a lot more space if you're taking full rib racks. If you guys watched the Caribou Hunt 2020 video that we did, for that one, we deboned the ribs, which took a while, but definitely saved a lot of space by doing that. Conversely, if you watched our Moose Hunt 2021, in that one, we didn't debone any of it. We carried back the full rib racks and kept everything else on the bone that we could. And it took us, we used 1 full Magnum Moose pack, and then I think we supplemented it with a Caribou game size pack. Thanks so much for watching today, and I really hope that you're enjoying the content that we have here. So far, a lot of what I posted has been hunting related because I had such a huge backlog of hunting footage that I wanted to share with you guys. But coming in the future, there will be more of a variety because we're about to run out of backlog hunts, right? Only January, so all of the hunting that we're going to do this year won't be until at least in the fall. So until then, once we get, I still have a couple more hunting videos actually in my archives that I'm working on, but once we run out of those and mixed in between, there's going to be other things. And I am a girl, right? So sometimes the footage might not be something that's totally relatable to the guys that I know are the majority of my subscribers so far are men. And that's okay, but just my goal here is to post whatever it is that we're doing in life. In our Alaska life, we do a lot of hunting, fishing, camping, four-wheeling, all of that stuff. And I just want to share with you guys what it's like to live up here in the last frontier. I'll put links to these items in the description below, as well as links to all of the different gear that we use to make each of our hunts a success, because not every hunt ends with a successfully harvested animal, but a successful hunt to me is one that you come back from safely and whole, right? So there's a lot of gear that goes into that, a lot of work and planning that goes into that, and that's why I do have that other video. If you're interested in what to pack for hunting in Alaska, I did put together a short 5-minute video that has all of the gear we took on our Moose 2021 hunt, as well as links again to all those items so that you can check those out for yourself. I just want to thank each and every one of you so much for taking the time to watch. Subscribe if you want to, comment, hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next one.